Have you ever pondered the idea of growing your own food? It's an idea that's been gaining traction, as more and more people are drawn to the notion of self-sustainability. And why not? It's a concept that offers a multitude of benefits. Imagine the satisfaction of biting into a crisp apple or a juicy tomato, knowing it's the fruit of your own labor. There's a certain kind of magic in that. Not only do you have the assurance of knowing exactly where your food comes from, but you can also enjoy the freshness that only homegrown produce can offer. Moreover, it's a great way to save on grocery bills. You'd be surprised how much you can save when you aren't buying fruits and vegetables from the store. Plus, there's the added bonus of reducing your carbon footprint. Imagine having fresh fruits and vegetables at your fingertips all year round. Now that's the allure of self-sustainability. Starting your own home farm may seem daunting, but it's easier than you think. Imagine waking up each morning to the sight of lush greenery, ripe for the picking. Home farming is all about nurturing life from the earth, right in your backyard. You don't need acres of land or heavy machinery to get started. A small plot, a few tools, and a bit of patience can lead you to harvest your own fresh produce. The first step to starting your home farm is selecting the perfect location. The ideal spot is one that receives ample sunlight and has good drainage. Your plants will need around 6 to 8 hours of sunlight each day to thrive. And remember, water is life, but too much water can cause your plants to drown, so ensure your plot is slightly elevated or has a way to drain excess water. Next, you'll want to choose the right crops for your climate. Every plant has its preferred weather conditions. Some like it hot, while others prefer cooler climates. If you're unsure, local garden centers or agricultural extension offices can provide guidance on what grows best in your region. Once you've selected your crops, it's time to prepare the soil. Good soil is the foundation of a healthy garden. Start by removing any rocks, weeds, or other debris. Then add organic matter like compost or manure to enrich the soil. This will provide your plants with the nutrients they need to grow. You may also need to balance your soil's pH level, which can be checked with a simple test kit from your local garden center. And there you have it. You've chosen your location, selected your crops, and prepared your soil. You're now ready to plant your seeds and watch them grow. Remember, patience is key. It may take a few weeks to see sprouts and a few months before you can harvest. Don't be discouraged if things don't go perfectly the first time around. Home farming is a learning process. Each season brings new challenges and rewards. With these basic steps, you're on your way to starting your own home farm. Once you've got your garden set up, it's time to get your hands dirty. The farming process is a blend of skill, knowledge, and a bit of good old-fashioned elbow grease. It's not just about planting seeds and waiting for them to sprout. It's a continuous cycle that involves planting, watering, and harvesting. Let's start with planting. Different fruits and veggies have different planting requirements. Some seeds need to be soaked overnight, others need to be planted at a certain depth, and some need to be sown directly into the ground. It's important to know the specific needs of each plant to ensure they get the best possible start. Don't be afraid to experiment and learn from your mistakes. Even the most experienced farmers do. Next, we have watering. The amount of water your plants need depends on the type of plant, the stage of growth, and the weather. A good rule of thumb is to water deeply and less frequently rather than shallow and often. This encourages the roots to grow deeper and stronger, but remember, every plant is unique, and it's crucial to understand their individual watering needs. Then comes weeding. Weeds are plants that compete with your crops for nutrients, sunlight, and space. Regular weeding is necessary to ensure your plants have the resources they need to grow. It can be a bit of a chore, but think of it as giving your plants the room they need to thrive. Finally, we get to the part we've all been waiting for, harvesting. This is where you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. It's important to know when each plant is ready to be harvested. Some fruits and vegetables are best picked when they are fully ripe, while others should be harvested when they're still a bit green. It's a delicate balance, but oh, so satisfying when you get it right. Throughout this process, remember the importance of consistency. Consistency in watering, weeding, and care will lead to a lush, productive garden. But equally important is patience. Farming is not a race, it's a marathon. Plants grow in their own time and can't be rushed. It may take weeks, even months, before you see the fruits of your labor. But trust me, it's worth the wait. Farming can be a lot of work, but it's also incredibly rewarding. It's an opportunity to connect with nature, to learn about the life cycle of plants, and to appreciate the simple joys of growing your own food. Remember, farming is a labor of love, and the fruits of your labor will be worth it. You might be wondering, what's the cost of setting up a home farm? Well, let's break it down. First and foremost, you'll need seeds and soil. The price of seeds can vary widely, from a couple of bucks for a packet of tomato seeds to a tad more for specialty or organic varieties. Then there's soil. Good nutrient-rich soil is the foundation of a bountiful garden. You may need to enhance your existing soil with compost or other amendments, which can add to the initial expense. Next, you'll need tools. A sturdy shovel, a reliable rake, a trusty trowel, these are your new best friends. Quality tools can last a lifetime if cared for properly, so consider this a long-term investment. Water is another vital component. Depending on where you live, you might need to install a water-saving irrigation system. While this can be a significant upfront cost, it can lead to substantial water savings in the long run. It's also worth noting that while these costs might seem daunting at first, many of them are one-time investments. Once you've got your seeds, soil, tools, and water system set up, the ongoing costs are relatively low. Plus, the savings you'll make from growing your own fruits and vegetables can quickly outweigh these initial outlays. So, while there are some upfront costs, the returns on your investment are plentiful. Home farming is not without its challenges, but they are not insurmountable. Let's be real, home farming is not all sunshine and ripe tomatoes. Pests and diseases can often tiptoe into your garden uninvited. But fear not, for every problem, there is a solution. Take pests, for instance. Instead of resorting to chemical pesticides, consider natural predators like ladybugs and spiders. They're nature's pest control, helping to keep unwanted insects in check. Then there are plant diseases, another common challenge. Overwatering, poor soil quality, and overcrowding can lead to unhealthy plants. Regularly check your plants for signs of disease, such as yellowing leaves or black spots. If you spot any, isolate the affected plant to prevent the disease from spreading. And remember, prevention is better than cure. Maintaining good garden hygiene and ensuring proper spacing between plants can significantly reduce the risk of disease. But what about the unpredictable weather? Well, that's where a little bit of resilience and adaptation comes in. If you're facing a dry spell, it's time to get creative with water conservation techniques, like rainwater harvesting or mulching. And let's not forget that these challenges are part of the process. They're not roadblocks, but stepping stones on your journey to self-sustainability. Each challenge you overcome makes your garden stronger and your green thumb greener. So embrace the challenges, learn from them, grow with them, because as they say, no rain, no flowers. With every challenge comes an opportunity for growth and learning. Home farming is more than just growing food. It's about cultivating a lifestyle. It's about the delight in watching a tiny seed, barely visible to the naked eye, sprout and grow into a plant that bears fruit. It's about the elation that comes from plucking a ripe tomato or a crisp lettuce that you've nurtured with your own hands. It's about the thrill of biting into a juicy apple that carries the sweet taste of your labor. There's a unique satisfaction that comes from being able to sustain yourself from your own backyard, a sense of self-reliance that's empowering. And there's a peace of mind in knowing exactly where your food is coming from, free from unknown chemicals and preservatives. In the end, home farming is not just about the harvest, it's about the journey and the joy that comes with it.